So now we'll turn without break to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. If you will kindly give your keynote and valedictory address, since His Holiness has to go, we will combine his comment in the context of this panel with his keynote in one swoop. And then he will have to leave. I just want to apologize ahead of time. And then I will leave also with him. And my colleague, it's kind of a good omen, my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Daniel Goleman, who was my co-moderator in the previous peacemaking we did 2 years ago, he will come out and he will moderate Dr. Ebadi's keynote and Jyoti's keynote. I think, although Jyoti, I think is beyond moderation. She's the best. You don't need it. You moderate yourself, I just mean, but I'm just kidding. But Dan will fill in for me. That's a compliment, that's a compliment. Dan will fill in for me. And so, so I apologize for having to leave the scene at that time. And His Holiness now kindly it is Your Holiness' turn to give us your injunction and your instruction and your farewell. Thank you.
Now, so 2 days, yesterday and today, I really impressed those speakers. I think they speak sincerely and, more important, on their own experiences. It is realistic, something, reality, not just vision, empty vision. So wonderful. I very much appreciate. Then also, Judy Trianchik, but she was
There was a beautiful. We also saw a part of Jyoti, particularly with relation to performance, that was beautiful too.
I little worry. You see, this not very clean, so your food may become a little bit, I think, dirty. Of course, sometimes when I sort of some place, you see, you have to remove your shoes. Then sometimes I have more concern about new
Scars.
socks. Socks. More concern socks rather than my own feet. So then I also do that way. So then you, I think, seems to follow Judy. And then I think you spoke, I think, with very, very strong feeling. Now I think the particular field, I think other sort of speakers, I think much more experienced than me. So I have not much sort of saying, not much to say. Overall, in spite of many problems, I think not only America, but also in Asia, Africa, Europe, and South America, still a lot of sort of injustice, and mainly I think due to neglect these poorer section of the people, and some worst cases exploiting. But with this sort of reality, there's no reason to feel demoralized or pessimistic. Look, 20th century. I think later part of 20th century, I think much, much hopeful than early part of 20th century. I think few examples. I think in early part of 20th century, even I think up to mid century, I think the people believe ultimately war unavoidable. I think that concept changed. The sort of concept of coexistence happened. Then, anyway, you see the common interest is more important than simply different ideology or different system. Anyway, good. And then ecology, as mentioned, the early part of 20th century, nobody take concern about ecology. Now, later part of the century, I think the concern about ecology has, I think, now become universal, widespread. And also even some political party based on that idea, Green Party like that. Then also, I think people more and more talks about peace, about compassion. I think these are positive signs. I quite often used to share with the audience. 1996, I was the opportunity having audience with late Queen Mother of England. At that year, her own age, 96. So I asked her, since she observed whole century, almost whole century, I asked whether world will become better or same or worse. Without hesitation, she mentioned better. Reason, when she was young, there's no one talking about human right and also the right of self-determination. Nowadays, these things are universal. She mentioned that. Then science and spirituality. In early part, these two things are simply separate, no connection. The later part of the 20th century, science and spirituality means here some kind of sort of the moral principles or sort of moral ethics, moral values now come closer. And my own personal experience, last now almost 30 years, I had serious sort of discussion with modern scientists. And I noticed, you see, more and more genuine scientists, top scientists, really now showing their concern about our mental health, a healthy mind. Because they realize the mental state is very, very important for our own health and also well-being in the family, well-being in the community. So these are very, very positive development. Now we are in 21st century, simply the continuation of the 20th century, later part of 20th century. So basically, I think there is sound basis of hope. And on that basis, we must keep our enthusiasm, our optimism. Then, with that optimism, prayer and hoping something come from above. That also, of course, very nice. For individual practitioner, prayer is very useful. But for the society, the power of prayer is very limited. So the change of the society, change of the world, come only through action. Action is very, very important. So now, as one is mentioned, now world, due to economy and also technology, and also I think tourism and ecology, world now becoming just one body or one entity. I often see telling people, now century-old strong concept, we and they, and between we and they, thick demarcation. And then with the feeling, our interest, their interest, something different, independent. So therefore, on that basis, or concept of that basis, basis on that concept, war, mobilize, sometimes I think legalized violence. That means war. So that is developed. Now today, that reality no longer there. American future depend on other part of the world. Asia, their future much depend on Western technology. Western industrialized nations' future much depend on oil or some other raw materials from other part of the world. So that's the reality. So destruction of the other one is actually destruction of yourself. So now we must, time come, we must develop sense of big we. Entire world is we, part of me. So then, since that's the reality, so each of us, nearly 7 billion human beings, each person is part of that humanity. So there is very close link. For example, I come from Tibet. In the past, Tibet isolated. So no connection with the other rest of the world. Now that situation completely changed. So therefore, my own future depends on the humanity. Humanity happy. My life will be happy. Humanity, a lot of sort of the trouble or sort of the suffering. I will suffer. So the long term, the best way to protect one's individual's future, we must look humanity. Humanity happy, world happy, I get maximum benefit. So therefore, from the selfish viewpoint, I often use it telling, I think you may have heard several times, I usually use it telling, we are selfish, I'm a selfish creature. It is right. Take care of oneself, cherishing oneself. That is the seed of compassion. Cherishing oneself, love oneself, then you can extend to other. If self-hatred, they are impossible to develop compassion to other. So that's the seed. So now, the point is, selfish sort of view with short-sightedness, narrow-minded, ignorance, too much emotion, biased view, then just as you think oneself and sort of your small sort of surrounding. So the reality, your own future depends on entire sort of the world. So therefore, now that selfish should combine with fuller knowledge, holistic about the reality. So that I usually describe why selfish. Selfish, but for your own interest, the best source is taking care about other. Then you get a benefit. Selfish, think oneself. Now, for example, on this platform, if I remain here little sort of suspicious way, or use a little anxiety, I should be topmost, and including sort of pretension. Then actually it develop more anxiety, more uncomfortable, more sort of worry. If I look these people as a human brothers, sisters, just like myself, emotionally we are same, mentally also we are same, physically a little difference of color or little difference of the shape of the head. 1, 2, 3. I think we are same group. So little sort of on the surface, little differences there, but basically we are same, 100% same. I want happy life. I do not want. I want to see less disturbances. You also, everybody same. Like until the Nobel laureate, like Judy and Dr. Bari, and street people, same right to achieve happy life. We all member of same humanity. We all citizens of this small planet. So therefore, the too much sort of self-centered thinking is actually foolish. So that kind of selfish is foolish selfish. So it is now, suppose in modern time, everybody is concerned. Education is very important, very true. Education, this morning I mentioned, the very purpose of education is to see the reality, to reduce gap, appearances and reality. That also not just a mere sort of knowledge, but to bring realistic sort of approach or action. So therefore, we must sort of look things more sort of realistic way. Then the sense of caring of others' well-being is the key factor to build inner peace, to build happy family, through that way, happy community. And many sort of difficulties we are facing. Firstly, too much self-centered attitude. And then secondly, too much concentrate on material value, neglect about our inner value. So, fortunately or I don't know, on this sort of platform, some people, you see, use the word of God, these things. It's good. But there are people who do not much concern about religion. That also they are right. According to Indian tradition, we must respect a non-believer. It is their own right. So many non-believers sort of have the view, the concept of compassion, forgiveness, they consider that's a religious matter. Many years ago, I think 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when still East German, West German there, one occasion, I think I was in Bonn or Munich, one sort of meeting, public meeting, many people. Then West German government home minister with me, and I sort of just casual talk, and he told me any moral ethics must be based on religious faith. So I believe there must be moral ethics without the Dutch religion. That must be, according to Indian tradition. That is. So therefore, this is the problem. Individual, whether have interest about religion or not, that's up to individual sort of right. But the interest about compassion, and with compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, these, of course, where there is a rich tradition, emphasis importance of this, but itself not based on religious sort of faith. So therefore, which there is no point to neglect about these values. These are human values, and our success life, happy life, entirely depend on these values. So therefore, two things, you see, too much stress about material value, and whole education system, whole way of life is more materialistic sort of way of life. That, I think, now we have to think seriously whether that, I think many sort of, many drawbacks in the society, ultimately related with extreme self-centered attitude. And also, that also just think the money value or material value without knowing or feeling importance of inner values. This is one thing I think important. Then another thing, I just want to sort of mention, the forgiveness, tolerance does not mean you bow down.
You bow down.
Bow down or let the other, whatever they like, they let them do. Not that meaning. Here we must, you see, distinguish action and actor. Actor's side, actor's concern, still most cases, human being. So still part of the humanity and human brothers, sisters. But action is concerned, some sort of destructive action come, we must oppose. So forgiveness towards the actor's sort of wrongdoing, actor's person, you see, we still keep our attitude as a human brother, as one of the member of the humanity. So his sort of some wrongdoing, forgiveness on that level. That does not mean we allow whatever he because of the wrongdoing. Yeah. Wrongdoing is concerned, we must oppose. We must try to stop that. Not out of anger, but out of sense of concern of their wrongdoings or future. If let wrongdoing continuously, eventually he or she have to face the consequences. So in order to protect from that, we have to oppose their wrongdoing without negative feeling towards that person. So here, and then also I think the God believer, I think we can sort of make distinction. The actor side, God's creation. Actor's wrong action is not God's creation. I think God gives kasa free will. So that creature utilized free will wrong way. So that we have the right to oppose. Without losing respect of the actor, the creature. So that I think important, make distinction, forgiveness toward the person, not accept their wrongdoing. We must oppose or countermeasure. That one thing I want to share. Then another thing, how many young people whose age below 20? Raise hand. Oh, very few.
Under 20, would you raise your hand?
No, not many. Okay. 또 돼. Okay. Or below 30. Okay. So, my age now over 75, now nearly 76. So I belong. I think those people who above 40, 50, I think we belongs to 20th century. That 20th century gone. Now you below 30 and particularly below 20, and this 11. So you're 11. So almost, I think you completely belong to this 21st century. So my century, 20th century, are already gone. So people who belongs that century now ready to say bye-bye. So I think on our shoulder responsibility, I think my generation, I think, of course, there are good people who really fulfill their real sort of responsibility on their shoulder. But at the same time, many people, I think their responsibility utilize more wrong way. As a result, the mess at Chumurta.
As a result, we see the mess that we are in today.
And also, the 20th century itself, according to some historian, more than 200 million people killed through violence, including civil war. I think the greatest number of sort of killing human being only that century. So if that immense sort of violence, including using nuclear weapon, if solve major problem of this planet and bring really better sort of planet, then there may be some justification, but that also not happen. Therefore, now 20th century, when we look, 20th century of bloodshed, immense suffering, no positive sort of concrete result. Therefore, now we must learn using force is wrong method. According new reality, destruction of your neighbor is destruction of yourself. So therefore, now the concept of war is outdated. So that does not mean this century no longer sort of because of the source of conflict or potential of conflict. That's always there. So war is outdated. Violence is unrealistic sort of method. Still problem there. Then what to do? This morning I mentioned that now we need the spirit of dialogue, in the spirit of reconciliation. That's the only realistic method. So we must, while we say peace, 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 we must promote the concept of dialogue. I think from school, we must develop, that concept. Whenever we see some sort of potential of conflict, how to solve this through dialogue. That's very important. So the younger generation who belongs this century, now, almost now 90 years, 80, 90, right?
90 years left.
90 years is yet to come. So this generation, the generation who belongs to the 21st century, you have immense sort of responsibility to create better world, compassionate world. So you have the responsibility. Now for that reason, firstly, you should need vision, clear vision. One vision is this world ultimately should be demilitarized world. Then secondly, I think we have to sort of remind Marxist economy theory. equal distribution rather than making profit, only profit. So that, of course, with full freedom. I myself, you see, when I introduce myself, you see, okay, sometimes I introduce, I'm Marxist. As far as social economic theory is concerned, I am Marxist. Or in Italy, many of my comrades, Marxist, at the same time, they fully enjoy freedom, individual freedom, democracy. So, but and we totally against Leninism, too much sort of tight, too much sort of suppression. That's what we're totally against. So in any way, I think economy system, I think you should pay more attention about more equality. That means reduce this gap, rich and poor. So this also. Now, someone mentioned very rightly, in order to reduce this gap, just give money, not the answer. Give them proper education and proper training, then equipment. The most important, give them courage, give them self-confidence. That's very important. Someone you mentioned, due to economically poor and the family background poor, sometimes little because of the lack of confidence. One time in South Africa, the Soweto township, I went there, and I really keen to visit one individual family house. Finally, we arranged a visit. There is a few people there, one mother and a few children. And then later, one their relative joined while we are taking tea, Indian music in that family. Then I expressed, now you already achieved democracy in constitution. But emotionally, it may take time. It fully sort of utilize democracy to adjust. And here, you, black people, need self-confidence. And then one relative, that family, who joined later, he told me he's school teacher. But then he feels, and black people's brain, biologically, little inferior. When I heard that, I really feel very sad. Then I try my best to convince him, no, the brain level, human level, we're exactly same. And I made some sort of example, Tibetan case. Sometimes some narrow-minded Han Chinese, they consider different minorities' brain is a little inferior. So I mentioned, but we are same. Whenever we have the opportunity, we also, came top. So you also same. A lot of argument. Then finally, he, with long sigh, orange, long sigh, and with a low voice, now I convince we have same sort of brain, same potential. That moment, I relieved
A sense of relief.
Sense of relief immensely. At least one person's sort of mental attitude changed and bring self-confidence. So that's very important. In India also, I often use it telling those sort of low-caste people, they feel God created or something. they themselves little sort of inferior. So that transforms frustration and hatred, anger. So I always telling these people, we are same. Now you must, instead of keep sort of anger, frustration, you must make, so you work hard, education, training, like that, with self-confidence. A few occasions I was in African continent, I think few countries. Also I express that you need, poorer section of the people need self-confidence and work hard. And the richer sort of community, or richer side, provide them facility of education, health, and equipment and training. Not look by something because of the look down. No, respect, consider equal. They got less opportunity. We got better opportunity. But basically, we are same human beings, same human brothers and sisters. Through that way, we can develop trust. Trust brings friendship. Friendship brings harmony, common effort. That's very important. So therefore, I think even teachers and students also, I think teacher side, if teacher feel, oh, I am a little sort of higher or superior, then look down. Wrong, totally wrong. There's one, I think the 2nd century, one Buddhist literature mentioned, Lama Sayadi, Lukwa Chadyaris, Lama Lobino to Rekwa Chadyar. Didn't you understand? There are never to Kushib Chandler.
7th century
No,
Buddhist,
second century.
2nd century Buddhist text states that that the very word student already indicates the nature of that particular state, where a young person is relying upon someone with greater knowledge, and therefore it places a responsibility on the part of the teacher to, with a sense of care, to share that knowledge.
And respect. Special sorrow or say sense of concern, bringing up bringing up sort of equal status, right? Like that. So therefore, I think here the main thing is the younger generation who coming, right?
Who are students.
They belong to this century. You have the vision. Then and also some people already touched, the global issue is more important than national issue. You must realize that. Like Copenhagen summit failed to bring concrete result is some important nation, they consider national interest is more important than global interest. So many unnecessary problems we are facing here today is we emphasis on secondary level, like racial, like sort of the different class, and then position and religious faith, or different nationality. So too much emphasis on these level, forgetting fundamental sort of our common thing. So that's the source of unnecessary problem, including war, including violence. So therefore, we must promote the sense of global responsibility. It is very important. Now that's one thing. Then the younger generation, when you study, your own investigation is very crucial. Your knowledge, not just simply copy what teachers say, what books say. These are basis of analyze. After you get some ideas, some knowledge, then further investigation by yourself. The Buddhist psychology mental
In Buddhist theory of education, we speak of 3 dimensions or aspects of intelligence.
Number 1, intelligence or knowledge from hearing. That's from teacher or from books. The second level of awareness is through your own investigation or sometimes experiment. Through that way, your understanding about the subject, that is not only just hearing not only based on hearing, but your own investigation. That awareness, that understanding, much sort of related with conviction. Then that sort of awareness with full conviction, now that become habituate, familiarize, then eventually that become part of your mind, part of your life. So that's important. So the young people, when you get education, you utilize your own sort of intellectual sort of potential. That's very, very important.
Critical thinking.
Okay.
Critical thinking.
Critical thinking. So that's very, very important. I want to share you. Oh, that's all. Now half my mind already in the plane, Lufthansa. Go to India. So thank you. So thank you very much. All the organizers, thank you.
Thank you.